is on March 31st through April 6th. And we know that we're going to end this week with Mercury retrograde ending. I don't think anybody's upset about that. All right, so we're going to have smoother energy. We just have to get through this 1 week. We know that the day before, on the 30th, we had Neptune move into Aries. And we know the day before that, we had the solar eclipse and the new moon in Aries. So there's a lot of fresh energy here. New moon in Aries affecting us for a few days after, as we start off the week of March 31st. The solar eclipse having brought us something. Remember, we were doing that purge on the lunar eclipse. That was mid-month. I think it was the 14th, I think, of March. And then we had the solar eclipse bringing us something on the new moon in Aries on the 29th. So this is kind of still lingering with us as we move into the week of March 31st through April 6th. And there is a lot of planets together, okay? There's a lot of scrunched up energy still, although the planets are starting to move out of the sign of Pisces and into the sign of Aries. So there's a big difference in how we're going to feel. Now, there's a lot of positive Venus energy starting us off on Monday the 31st, so enjoy the bliss and be open to new ideas. We have the moon in the beautiful sign of Taurus on Monday the 31st. Now, we move into April Fool's Day, and we're going to be celebrating our 5-year anniversary at Tarot in Time in Connecticut starting on the 1st of the month. So we're going to have lots of specials and giveaways and promos. So I'll be posting some links below. Now, April 1st, I wrote down that the Fool's Journey is available. There's new ideas, risks to take, but wait until retrograde ends, okay? And I wrote down mid-April because we're still going to have that Venus retrograde go until the 12th, and then we do have all that shadow period. So this is where it gets a little confusing because all this Aries energy wants to charge forward, wants to just go for it. But yet these retrogrades are making us delay a little bit. So we may be feeling the spark of fire energy, but we do need to hold back a little bit before launching into too much newness because the retrogrades still haven't finished and all the information isn't available yet. Now, we will have the moon in Gemini as we move into Wednesday the 2nd. Gemini loves to socialize, and it's trining the planet Pluto. So sometimes when Pluto's involved, there's a lot of power involved, or it could be a lot of intensity, it could be a lot of fun, and it does rule sex. So it could be a fun day on Wednesday the 2nd. Just remember that we will still be revisiting all that is happening now because we are still in the retrograde. Now, the 3rd, you have to go easy on the 3rd because the moon is square Mercury and Venus and Saturn and Neptune. So it's not the easiest, smoothest day on Thursday the 3rd. So it's more challenging, but your creativity is going to run really high. So enjoy that. Now, the 4th is a much smoother day. There's really not as many aspects going on. So it's also a great day for meetings, especially meetings that have marketing themes as the moon moves into Cancer later in the evening. So those evening marketing calls, Zoom calls, those are the good ones on Friday the 4th. We will move into the moon being in Cancer all day on Saturday the 5th. And so you can get stuff done with ease on Saturday the 5th because the moon is going to be together with Mars, the planet of action. And Mars has gone direct, so we will have more easily moving energy there. And then we know that the Mercury retrograde ends the next day, so that's pretty exciting. So it's a great day to, clean your house, get things done. On the 6th, last day of Mercury retrograde, hang in there. It actually goes direct on the 7th. by 7:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 7th. So the 6th is the last day, and we're just keeping in mind that it will all be revisited. Okay, so I put, these are the cards from the month ahead, right? Those are the overview for the month. Now I'm going to give you a couple cards for the week ahead. See what you need to know this last week of the Mercury retrograde, and we'll give you a little oracle card here. We're getting two, I guess. Okay, so here you go. For the week ahead, we have the Three of Pentacles here. That crane gets my attention. It looks like a heron over there in the corner. I think they're one of my spirit animals. I love watching herons. Okay, and we see some kind of, well, we know that the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, right? And it looks like maybe one gentleman is handing the other gentleman some kind of musical instrument, I think it is. It's interesting how the heron is considered like the third member of this party. So we've got some collaborations going on, and it's interesting because like herons spend a lot of time alone. They are known to like raise their children alone. They usually only come together with their partner for mating. So it's kind of interesting that the heron is there. Although I do find that herons, I do a lot of paddle boarding, and I find that they watch you like as much as I'm trying to watch them. I've caught them watching me before. So I think it's kind of interesting that the heron's there kind of observing everyone, and also that he doesn't really like interact with others much, and here he is. So maybe during this Gemini moon energy midweek that you get out and maybe socialize a little bit more. Maybe you don't usually do that, but you show up this week. Now, especially if it's for music. Now, the Four of Fire, Elder. This is from the Herb Crafters Tarot, one of my absolute favorite decks. And somebody is having a grand old time here cooking down this elder, maybe making some kind of tonic out of that. And so the fire's burning in the background. Looks like there's a big creative project going on here. We said that there was a lot of creative energy this week, and it's almost like she's bottling up her stuff. We were talking, I said something about marketing, right? So maybe you're marketing your products here. Maybe you're meeting with others. Maybe you're socializing. And the Hermit shows up, and this is our card of the year in 2025, because we know 2025 equals the number 9, and that is the Hermit. Like that this is a female version. Little mice down there by her feet. So your major arcana that's shown up here for the week ahead, the Hermit. So we want to take some alone time, right? But it's interesting that we started off with the Heron. So it's like alone time, but then maybe showing up sometimes that you're not, people might be surprised to see you. But the Hermit is there. Hermit needs his quiet alone time to hear his inner voice. And so make sure that you're getting both of those extremes, showing up and taking the time out. You've got the Exhaustion card here. It's an interesting card. Okay, so there's some exhaustion here. So I think the Elder is used for immunity more than it is for exhaustion. But make sure, looks like you've been doing a lot. Make sure that you take care of this exhaustion and get some downtime. This is also card number 9, so is the Hermit. And then your extra card is nothingness, card number 5. So we just got this black piece of paper. So it looks to me like you need some sleep. All right. There needs to be some nothingness. You need to just chill. Okay. So make sure that it looks like maybe if you look at this as like beginning of the week, social energy towards the beginning, working on your projects, but then taking care of your well-being towards the end of the week. And that's really easier when the moon is in water signs like Cancer, like it'll be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday till about lunchtime. So watery times are great times to get extra rest. So go ahead and take advantage of that. I'm going to roll you some dice too. Let's see what we get here. We have Uranus, in the sign of Virgo in the 3rd house. Okay, Uranus is the planet that rules Aquarius. I often refer to it as the oh wow planet. Things can come in out of the blue. We've got Virgo here, which is the organizer, the analyzer, likes to get everything in order. And 3rd house is your house of your environment. So I get from this, you might get some unexpected guests, like almost like this heron was kind of unexpectedly showing up here. You might have a big mess going on here all over the table. So I would make sure that you get things in order at the beginning of the week. And because there's a little bit of social energy showing up with the 3rd house, it's also the house of communication and writing. So you may have some good thoughts and ideas that come through. But I would say get things together in your home earlier in the week.